Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Zach Duncan. I just want to introduce you into this advanced Facebook ads course for e-commerce. So I've been running Facebook ads for the past 3.5 years, just strictly for e-commerce. I spend around $20,000 to $30,000 every day on Facebook ads for a few select Shopify clients, and I made this course for area of e-com because I truly feel that there's so many courses out there that are just kind of letting people blindly run Facebook ads without showing them their actual procedures, and they're not really going over the main concepts, the fundamentals, the psychology, the machine learning, a lot of these advanced tactics that you really need to understand. So something that you'll learn in this course, if you take this course here, is you'll understand how to use your left logical and your right creative side of the brain. And you're going to understand the right copy, right ads specifically for Facebook. We'll also be doing a very advanced media buying and structures and everything that entails with that. So I wanted to start off to give you guys some value just so you can get a taste of what the course will be like. And this free value that I'm going to give you right here is what I do when I consult people and all these other type of things. And it's one of the most valuable things that you can learn with running an e-commerce business because it's the fundamentals. Okay, so let's dive into my computer real quick. So this right here is what I call the PAALS. I created this about a couple years ago, and like I said, every time I get a client or talk to someone, I make sure all these things, this is kind of my checklist. If all these things are in place, okay, then we can move forward and do some strategy, talk about the advanced media buying tactics. If you're missing one of these steps, you're just going to be wasting your time. So let's dive into this. So the first one that we usually go over, and this is all with Facebook ads, okay? There's certain ones for branding, certain ones for conversion rate optimization. So in this one, product, you're thinking, well, what does that have to do with Facebook ads? It actually has a lot to do with Facebook ads. So product right here, if we go to the product tab, and I'll be sharing this with you guys, actually, I have these questions here, business questions, and also the principles. I use these for my personal agency. I don't have any of my branding on this or anything like that. This is just for you guys. And so there's a lot of things that this is just kind of a checklist I'm gonna give to you guys. So for an example, has a product been tested before? Is a product evergreen, trending, or seasonal? Are the advertised products best for acquisition or retention? So you look at the principle, use LTV product analysis. That's something we have internally. But if you know your LTV numbers, you would know if this product should be advertised on Facebook to acquire people, if it's a loss leader just to break even or maybe lose a little bit of money in the front end to make some more money on the back end. So like I said, this is advanced. These are some of the things that we're going to talk about. So yeah, I'm not going to go through all of these, but anyways, how it goes, there's a product. So are you advertising the right product at the right times for the most efficient acquisition? Then also goes to audience, and this is in order. So if you think about it, if you have a business, you're just a business, okay, you just started. What's the very first thing you need? You need something to sell, so you need a product, right? Okay, so then once you have the product and you make sure it's a really good one, what's the next thing? You need an audience, okay? Now, how do you connect those two people? You use an ad. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking you guys all the way back down to the basics because the fundamentals is the most important thing when you're trying to learn everything. So after you have the product, you have the audience. So we go through the checklist. This is advanced. This is an advanced checklist for audience. So you have the targeting right here, pixel optimization. Is your account set up for maximum machine learning capabilities? I tell you how to do that. Has the audience had time to learn and get enough conversions? Is you have skewed data. A lot of times people use last 180 days for purchase, but within the last 180 days was Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and there's going to be a lot of people just buying for impulse buyers to try to get cheap purchases, and now your data is skewed. So there's certain things like that you can just go through and check this off. So, and then after that, so you have the ad and the angles. Does a creative and copywriting have a high value to the user? Are you consistently testing and refreshing the creatives? So then we go to the landing page. So if you notice, you cannot have an audience if you don't have a product. You can't have an ad if you don't have an audience. You can't have a landing page if you don't have an ad or the copywriting angle. You don't want to build a strategy if you don't have any of this stuff. So the reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because most people start with the strategy. and there's nothing to strategize. So that's how you build a business. Now, when you're optimizing a business, which is in most of our cases here, is you start in reverse order. So whenever you get lost in the world of media buying, take a step back and check your PAALS in reverse order from S to P. So the reason you do it in reverse order is, what if you're going to spend all this time checking your products and all these crazy LTV analysis and make sure it's the most efficient acquisition, you can't figure out what's going wrong. Then the problem is that there's a broken link in your landing page. Okay, so then you go in reverse order. You check your strategy, you optimize the best strategy, lowest hanging fruit. Then you optimize the landing page, making sure that works. Then you optimize the ad and the angle, and you go from there. Okay, so this is just something that I wanted to share with you guys. We're not going to dive into this anymore if you do take the course. This is just something that I'm going to give to you guys. If you decide to take the course, we'll hand you off this link. Google will share this with you, and you could take that and look at these questions and stuff like that there. So that's something I just want to share with you guys real quick. I've used this on many brands, and most of the time they have a hole in the system. They're not maximizing Facebook machine learning for their audience. The landing page has a lot of holes in it, has low site speed. Like I said, we're not going to go into these things because it's a Facebook course, but just to give you some value for anyone with e-commerce, which if you're on air of e-com, you're interested in e-commerce, this is just something I can give to you guys for value. So that being said, I'll give you a quick overview what you can expect in the course. First off, we're going to be going over the mindset of what it takes to spend $10,000, $20,000 a day in Facebook ads. If you're only spending a couple $100 a day or even less than that, don't worry about it. This is just kind of a mindset paradigm shift that you'll need to know to be able to scale. Just simple things like not necessarily saying people are scared to scale that money, but for instance, a lot of people focus on getting high ROAS and spending less money versus spending more money and getting a lower ROAS, which equals a larger profit. There's just some things that you need to just know that I'll just tell you that will make that change. Then we'll go into a lot of psychology. So a big flaw in a lot of the Facebook courses out there is they don't touch psychology. Psychology is literally everything with Facebook, okay? If all you know how to do is just press buttons in Facebook, you're not an advertiser. I'm going to make you guys into advertisers, okay? So it's going to be marketing psychology. We're going to go through things called the 8 life forces, 25 cognitive biases, all these different types of tools and things I'm going to hand to you guys and show you guys also what books to read and what to learn from where. Then we'll also go into the machine learning side of Facebook. Okay, why you don't need to be a machine learning wizard. You just need to understand how does it work. And I'll just tell you right now, it's if you understand the scientific method, that's very closely to how the machine learning algorithm works with Facebook. Okay, and we'll dive deeper into that, and I'll also explain the scientific method if you're not familiar with that too. And then we'll go from there and we'll talk about audiences, how to create winning creatives. So like I said, a lot of courses out there, they just tell you the most recent scaling method they created. The scaling method does no good because by the time they end recording the course, the scaling method has changed because Facebook changes so often. The stuff I'll be teaching you in this course is evergreen you're going to use for the rest of your life to be able to scale Facebook ads and make you into a lethal weapon on Facebook. Okay? So then after that, there's going to be actual my testing strategy. Now, I'm going to tell you right now the testing strategy I use. It's made for spending high dollars on e-commerce, so it's not a one-size-fits-all. Nothing I'm telling you is going to be a one-size-fits-all when it comes to scaling or testing or my procedures. That's something I'm going to be very blunt with. Okay, if someone tells you about Facebook ads and they say they're an expert, and they say this is absolutely 100%, this is always going to work, don't listen to that person. Run away from that person as fast as possible because there are no absolutes in digital marketing, especially Facebook ads. Like half the time I'm spending and half the time we're spending with my media buyers is we're figuring out something new, finding a new solution. That's why I've created the mindsets lesson, just so to keep you on your feet and you understand how to stay emotionally intelligent and learn things on your own. Okay, So then after that, there's going to be more strategies, scaling. There will be some scaling methods. That is important. It's just not the whole thing. And then we'll also go into some analytics, how to use analytics, how to use tools like supermetrics and make reports and all the fun stuff. Pretty much a whole holistic view of Facebook ads. And it might be different, and there might be times where, man, this is boring. I'm learning about psychology. I just want to get to the scaling strategies. If you can stay disciplined, you're going to be so different from every other Facebook advertiser out there. And I'm just going to give it to you straight. I have nothing to hold on the table. There's no reason for me to hold anything back, because if I have something to hold back, that means it's not going to last very long. So with that being said, I hope you make the decision to invest in yourself and in your future, and take this course. I'm sure it'll be a blast. You're going to get a lot of cool tools and calculators and learn a lot of things that's going to help you for the rest of your life within digital marketing. Once again, my name is Zach Duncan, and I hope I see you soon. Thanks.